You are basically re-exposing everybody to the accidents and mistakes of 50 years. And you know better. SB 990, you supported it, you know better. The governor knows better. He made a deal that says that this can only be parkland because it is so contaminated. You cannot make this mistake and think that we're not going to be back. So I really urge you to take a look at that EIR, ask for resampling, independent sampling, and to look in the right places. Look where they know they did it. The sodium burn pit, this is where they burned radioactive waste for the better part of 50 years. Okay, so we need to take this seriously. Thank you very, very much.
Mr. Mayor, I have a question for Mrs. Walsh.
Yes.
An environmental impact report was done, what, 2002 or whenever Runkle came in front of us. But and people are saying that there were flaws with that environmental impact report. What makes you think if we do another full environmental impact report that we are going to get results that will be passing as far as the residents are concerned or your group?
In my opinion, I think that since the time that the EIR was originally done and this project was originally brought to Simi Valley, there were documents released about that burn pit, 700 documents that detailed the burning of radioactive waste. That was released in, I believe, August of 2006. Okay, so this is new information. The imminent substantial endangerment order, that's brand new information. In fact, it's probably being signed either today or tomorrow.
But if
this is new, yeah.
I understand, but if it's a new find, what's to say that we don't do an environmental impact report and find, oh, there's something new that we've just discovered, than starting the whole thing over again?
Well, you are right. It is crisscrossed with faults, and you have 50 years of contamination draining down from the top of the mountain. So I would expect that if you do a true independent, an independently done environmental impact report on the site, where you have people seriously looking to see if there really is a problem, not the developer looking to see that there isn't a problem, then I think you will find an issue, and I think you will agree with us that this project needs to be looked at as open space.
Okay,
and that's the only solution. Thank you very much.
Mary Weisbrot.
Mary Weisbrot, Gregor Hills, Save Open Space, Santa Monica Mountain Chair. I'm also a Simi Valley taxpayer. We recently bought our Toyota in Simi Valley on internet sales, and we have to go to your wonderful new mall to buy tall clothes at the Eddie Bauer shop. And I want to thank you for your support of SB 990. Save Open Space Santa Monica Mountains represents 1,000 people in Ventura County. You do have a legal right to ask for you have new information of significance. You have a legal right to ask for a supplemental EIR. And actually, in the Subdivision Map Act, you have the legal right, because you're going to have to make a finding that there's hazards here. You have a legal right to clean it up and to also vote no because of the hazards, because you don't want to make a statement of overriding considerations. We would like to put into the record that the environmental work on the hazard area is inadequate. In order to protect public health and safety of existing residents and new future residents, a full health risk assessment needs to be done. This new health risk assessment must analyze the Runkle property in the following areas: air toxic soil, soil gases, water, and alluvial sampling. All of this should be done in a full grid sampling according to EPA standards, not one sample per every 2 acres. That is inadequate. Potential exposure studies shall include soil, surface water, sediments, groundwater, soil gas. These people living in these homes, there could be toxic soil gas migrating up into their houses. Unlike the past Santa Susana Field Lab testing, we want the water sampling to be done correctly. All the past testing that showed that there was no problem in Brandeis was done incorrectly using filters. They filtered out the metals in the radionuclides, resulting in falsely lowered standards. And like Amundsen Ranch, which is also in the SSFL watershed zone, Contamination was found there, and then the owners sold it as open space. We hope a similar situation happens here. We hope KB Homes sells it as open space to protect public health and safety. Thank you.
Thank you. I have no further cards, and so the public portion is closed. This is not an agendized item tonight, so we cannot get into a discussion among ourselves on the dais, but I do have a couple of comments I want to make before you go to council. That is, this council has said many times that we would not move forward unless we were satisfied that it was safe, and we are not satisfied. Right now, there is still analysis being done, and I'll speak for the group, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. None of us believes this project should move forward until such time as each one of us feels satisfied that it's not a hazardous area. I mean, we all live here too. We're residents, and we hear your concerns, and so we're not oblivious. There also seems to be a belief that the council of the city is about to approve a grading permit. Not true. That grading permit has been put permanently on hold, and again, until we are satisfied, we are not going to have any grading done. So, I don't know, unless you want to comment on it, we're not. Okay. Well, we hear you again, and we'll continue to work with you. So, we'll go to council comments.
I get very offended when the council gets thrown under the bus. We have not made any decisions. No grading is being done. You know, we want to hear what the residents' concerns are, and we do listen. We've always listened. But to make those kind of statements by flyer or by internet to say that we're on the take and we do that, I mean, I'm offended. And I'm not happy. I think it's the worst thing that you can do for this community. We always listen. And for you to put out a publication like that, shame on you. Shame on you. I mean, this council is doing everything they can to make sure everybody gets a fair hearing, not just the residents, but KB Homes too. They deserve that. We may not approve that project, but we don't know that yet. We're going to take every step we need to take to make sure everybody has a fair hearing and a fair say as to what happens with that project. So please, don't throw us under the bus. Give us some credit. Let us do our job. And if we don't do our job, then you can recall all of us. But until that time, please, have some manners. Be respectful. We are of you. Thank you. Now, Mr. Mayor, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
I also attended the East County meetings, and I have to tell you, I think it's probably one of the best things we have done in a long, long time. I think the cities of Moore Park and Thousand Oaks certainly understand that the city of Simi Valley has no hidden agenda. We certainly want to cooperate with them as far as Tierra Bajada Valley is concerned, and that it remains an open space between all of our cities. We have gone for years and years and years